My check, my check.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. How's everyone doing today? All right. So if I can please have all the program participants, if I can please have all the program participants come to the front, I would greatly appreciate it. And we'll get started in just a couple minutes.
Testing one. Okay, yeah, it's working. No, keep the music on. I was just testing the mic. Keep the music on. Turn the music back up. There you go. I'm going to tell them to turn it up. It's not loud. Oh, there it is. It's on. Hey, can we get a little bit more volume on this mic right here? This mic, this mic, this mic. Sound people, I need a little more volume on this mic. There you go. There we go. We got it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do we want more sweat to pour? No. All right. Okay, may I have your attention, please? If you are on the program, if you have a part on the program, even if you are doing other roles, if you have a part in the program, I need you to report to the front, please. In my area where I'm standing at, and I am to the left. If you're already up front, just stay seated. But if you're not up here and you're part of the program, please come up here. Miss Kayla Melcho, if you're here, please come to the front. Sophia Ortiz, if you're here, please come to the front. Oh, I'm blind. She is right there. She is right there. Okay, who else? Mayor Pro Tem Dave Martin, if you're in the building, please come to the front. Left. Dave Martin, please come to the front. No, no, I'm gonna use the podium mic. Also, Also, there's something I forgot to say. When Brenda comes up to sing, I don't know, ask her because she says she can't stand very long, so we need a chair up here when she performs. She's going to be doing the song Golden. She's also going to be doing Get Here later on in the program. But I know she says she can't stand long, so I just want a chair up here in case she needs it.
I'll grab a chair now.
Okay.
Okay.
Persephone? Persephone? Just want to know where you are. Okay. Oh, there's two mics up here. How you turn them on? How you turn them? Okay. Testing, 1, 2. Can I get some volume on this mic right here? Volume on this mic. I can't even hear myself. Volume on this mic, on this mic, on this mic, on this mic. Yes.
Step back just a moment.
Okay. Okay, that's good. That's good. Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
Via who? What does that mean? Oh, okay, okay. So no, from this day forward. Okay, I got you. No problem. Persephone,
It's me. I need that mic. Where's the mic?
just walk up to the podium. You can hear it right now. You hear me?
Okay, everybody. If you have not yet registered at the ticket booth, please make sure that you do go ahead and register and get your lunch ticket. So if you have not registered, please go to the ticket booth in the hallway.
Okay, where's Persephone? Okay, okay, good. All right, hold on. Let me find my copy. Okay, I think I'm getting feedback, so you might want to lower it a little bit. Ladies and gentlemen, the staff of Texas Workforce Commission and its community partners, Impact Fleet, the Lighthouse of Houston, Houston Metro, Torch Bearers Reentry, and the University of Houston. Welcome to the 16th annual Houston White Cane Safety Day event. To begin the festivities this morning, we will have the invocation that will be done by Miss Persephone Williams. Persephone?
Good morning. So, I have a bit of inspiration for you before we begin. I'm just wondering, do you ever feel like you have to give an explanation for who you are, for the way you were created? Does that ever happen to you? Yeah, it sure does. So I have been inspired by one of my favorite interactions in Scripture. So here we go. In the Gospel of John, chapter 9, there's this fun discussion that takes place, and they encounter a blind man. And Jesus' disciples say to him, "Hey, Rabbi, whose fault is it that this guy is blind? Is his parents' fault? I mean, did he sin? Whose fault is it? And the good teacher, he says, it is no one's fault. This man is blind so that God may be glorified. So I want you to think about that. The next time you have to give, or you feel that you must give an explanation for who you are as a blind person, as a person with a disability, remember that you are here to glorify God in your mortal body. The psalmist says, the heavens declare the glory of God. Yeah, okay? And the firmament show forth his handiwork. So let us do that today. Gracious God, we thank you, God, that you are here with us, that you have brought us here to this day. We thank you, Lord, that you have kept away the rain during the march and that we are here safe, dry, and sound. We thank you for every person that is here in this room, every family that is represented here in this place. We thank you that we are fearfully and we are wonderfully created and that you have never and you will never make a mistake. We ask, God, that you be pleased to make room for us, for our gifts and our talents, our wisdom and our knowledge to be shared with the world in desperate need of the gifts that you have given to each and every one of us. May we be people of purpose, dignity, and honor. And may everything that is done here today both edify us and unify us in the name of the one who was and is to come. Amen.
Thank you, Persephone. That was awesome. Okay, everybody here? Can y'all see me? No, don't answer that. All right, let's do this. Now introducing the master of ceremonies for the morning. She is an anchor/reporter for KHOU 11 News. She joined KHOU 11 News in July of 2014. She is an award-winning journalist, having earned an Associate Press Award for excellence in education reporting. She was also awarded a regional and national Mayoral as part of KHOU 11's breaking news coverage. She has been nominated for several Emmy Awards. During her time in Houston, she has covered everything from historic floods to the Houston Astros World Series championship. Yeah, let's go Astros. Before moving to Houston, she lived in Columbia, South Carolina, where she anchored a 2.5-hour morning newscast at WLTX-TV. She also has several years of experience as a producer, photojournalist, and editor. From her hometown of Clinton, New York, she journeyed down south to the University of Tennessee, Knoxville. There, she earned her bachelor's degree in journalism and electronic media. After graduation, she moved to London. Good day, mate. Where she worked as an associate producer for an Academy Award-winning film company. She made the switch to TV news in 2007. This amazing lady is a children's author and had her first book published called Tea Time with Tigers in 2011. Her favorite job so far is being a mother. She and her husband became parents to a baby girl in 2017 and a baby boy in 2020. She loves spending time with them, traveling, walking, their 150-pound dog, running, wine tasting, yeah, she's from Houston, and checking out Houston's amazing food scene. It is my pleasure to present to you our MC today. Please put your hands together for the amazing Lauren Tellerico.
Let's get it started in here. Let's get it started. Oh, okay, they did not ask me to sing, and that was for good reason. Just ask my husband. He's like, honey, I'll do the lullabies, okay? Thank you so much. Good morning, everybody. It is really such an honor to be here with you today. And thank you so much for that warm welcome, George. I have never seen my head so big on a screen. It's quite alarming, let me tell you. I've seen the program. I've met some of the participants today. I've met some of you. Are you ready to be inspired today? Yeah, there is a whole lot of inspiration to be had. So let's get this started. First of all, the presentation of colors by the ROTC group from Booker T, Washington, under the direction of Commando Lamar Johnson. And immediately after, the singing of the national anthem will be performed by Jennifer Parrish from the Lighthouse of Houston. And everybody can stand. And now, singing the national anthem is Jennifer Parrish. Oh, here she comes. Sorry, Jennifer. It's okay. I'm glad you came because everybody does not want me to sing. They already found that out.
We took the scenic route. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Wow. Who else has chills? Yeah, beautiful. Jennifer, thank you so much. That was amazing. Allow me to once again welcome all of you to the 16th annual White Cane Safety Day event. It is great to be back on the University of Houston campus where all of this began back in 2007. This year's theme, Living My Life Like It's Golden. It's a clear depiction of how the white cane has given so many blind individuals the ability to travel independently with confidence. To help set the atmosphere today, the first performer is going to make it hard to stay in your seats. She is one of the voices heard singing with the Lighthouse of Houston Choir. From Houston, put your hands together for Miss Brenda Edwards, singing Golden.
Oh, sorry. I'm ready.
Can we go ahead and start it over, please? Can we start that song over, please? Thank you.
Hey, oh, hey, yeah. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. I'm taking my freedom, pulling it off the shelf, pulling it on my chain, wearing it around my neck. I'm taking my freedom, putting it in my car. Wherever I choose to go, it will take me far. Yeah. Hey. Oh, yeah. I'm taking my freedom, putting it in my song, singing loud and strong, moving all day long. I'm taking my freedom, putting it in my stroll. I've been half-stepping, y'all, letting my joy unfold. Yeah, I'm living my life like it's golden. Oh. I'm owning my freedom, can't take it from me. I was born into it, it comes naturally. I'm strong in my own freedom, playing the God in me, represent His glory, hope He's proud of me. Hey, hey, hope He's proud of me. Oh, living my life like it's golden, living my life like it's golden. Golden, living my life like it's golden, living my life like it's golden, golden. matters to me. Oh, hey, oh, hey, yeah. Oh, yeah, oh, yeah, oh, yeah, oh, yeah. Till I'm living my life like it's golden. Said I'm living my life. Are you living your life? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Living my life like it's golden, golden. Thank you.
Wow. Brenda Edwards, everybody. What a gorgeous voice. That got me moving. I didn't need that cup of coffee this morning. Beautiful voice. Thank you so much, Brenda. The white cane. What is it? What is its purpose? To tell you about the history of this symbol of independence and why October 15th gets national recognition representing the Lighthouse of Houston, we'll hear a few words from Assistive Technology Specialist, Mr. Will Welsh, followed by the singing. Yeah. Of God Bless America by Diana Harada. But first, let's talk to Will for a minute. Will? Hello there. Hello, we're going to do a little interview. Are you ready to be on the news like I am?
Yes,
This is
ma'am.
what it's all about.
I sure am.
All right. So first of all, good morning. Easy question first. How are you?
Love it. Softball, softball. Doing well, doing well.
Great.
Doing very well.
Okay, so you are the new Assistive Technology Specialist for the Lighthouse of Houston, right?
That is correct.
Tell us about that role. What is an AT specialist?
So an AT specialist is a combination of a teacher that trains clients in either a one-on-one or a classroom environment, combined with an evaluator that actually shows clients different products that are AT related. So we are proud to be a partner with the Texas Workforce Commission, and we essentially do both of those things for Texas workforce clients. So we train and we evaluate. And so we do classes on, in terms of training, we do classes on JAWS, Zoom text, Braille displays, Braille note takers. I can teach you about digital book readers. I do iPhone training. I do it all, really. And the way it works is your counselor opens your case up, sends us a referral, and we take it from there, and we meet you where you're at. So it doesn't matter the skill level. It doesn't matter if you're the most advanced person in the world. If you need training and brushing up in areas, that's what we do.
On average, how long does this training take?
So that is entirely dependent upon the client. I just finished with one that she only needed a couple hours of JAWS refresher training, and I sent her on her merry way. We've, on a polar opposite case, I had a client who was actually, who I'm still seeing, I'm just finishing up with this month, and I'm going to have worked a total of 36 hours with that client on both JAWS training from a PC side of things and now upcoming iPhone training. So it really does vary.
And with iPhones constantly changing, I bet people come back a lot. I think we all need help with iPhone training.
Especially those newer iPhones that don't have the home button. Everybody loves that home gesture. Everybody loves it.
Me too. Okay, thank you so much for telling us a little bit about,
You are quite welcome.
about what you do. But now let's hear about why we are gathering for this historic day. So ladies and gentlemen, here to explain it, Mr. Will Walsh.
Why, thank you. All right, so history time. Y'all ready? All right. The white cane is not just a tool that can be used to achieve independence. It is also a symbol of the blind citizens in our society. To honor the many achievements of blind and visually impaired Americans and to recognize the white cane's significance in advancing independence, we observe October 15th of each year as White Cane Safety Day. Today, the white cane works both as a tool, but as well as a symbol. But this has not always been the case. Throughout history, the cane, staff, and stick have existed as traveling aids for the blind and visually impaired. Dating back to biblical times, records show that a shepherd's staff was used as a tool for solitary travel. The blind used such tools to alert them to obstacles in their path. For centuries, the cane was used merely as a tool for travel, and it was not until the 20th century, however, that the cane, as we know it today, was promoted for use by the blind as a symbol to alert others to the fact that an individual was blind. In North America, the introduction of the white cane has been attributed to the Lions Club International. In 1930, a Lions Club member watched as a blind man attempted to make his way across a busy street using a black cane. With the realization that the black cane was barely visible to motorists, the Lions Club decided to paint the cane white to increase its visibility to oncoming motorists. In 1931, the Lions Club International began a national program promoting the use of white canes for persons who are blind. Throughout the 1920s and 1930s, blind persons have walked with their canes held diagonally in a fixed position, and the role of the white cane took on a symbolic role as an identifier. But when the blind veterans of World War II returned to America, the form and use of the white cane was further altered in an attempt to help return veterans to participatory lifestyles at home. Dr. Richard Hoover developed the quote-unquote long cane or quote-unquote Hoover method of cane travel. These white canes are designed to be used as mobility devices and returned the cane to its original role as a tool for mobility, but maintain the symbolic role as an identifier of blind independence. During this period, the white cane began to make its way into government policy as a symbol for the blind. On October 6, 1964, a joint resolution of Congress, H.R. 753, was signed into law authorizing the President of the United States to proclaim October 15th of each year as White Cane Safety Day. This resolution said, "Resolved by the Senate and the House of Representatives that the President of the United States is hereby authorized to issue annually a proclamation designating October 15th as White Cane Safety Day and calling upon all the people in the United States to observe such a day with appropriate ceremonies and activities." Within hours of the passage of the Congressional Joint Resolution authorizing the President to proclaim October 15th as White Cane Safety Day, then President Lyndon B. Johnson recognized the importance of the white cane as a staff of independence for the blind. In the first presidential White Cane Proclamation, President Johnson commended the blind for the growing spirit and independence and the increased determination to be self-reliant that the organized blind had shown. The presidential proclamation said, "The white cane in our society has become one of the symbols for a blind person's ability to come and go on his own. Its use has promoted courtesy and special consideration to the blind on our streets and highways. To make our people more fully aware of the meaning of the white cane and of the new motorists to exercise and of the need for the motorists to exercise special care for the blind persons who carry it, Congress, by a joint resolution approved as of October 6, 1964, has authorized the President to proclaim October 15th of each year as White Cane Safety Day. Now, therefore, I, Lyndon B. Johnson, President of the United States of America, do hereby proclaim October 15th, 1964, as White Cane Safety Day." With those stirring words, President Johnson issued the first White Cane Proclamation, which was a culmination of a long and serious effort on the part of the National Federation of the Blind to gain recognition of the growing independence and self-sufficiency of blind people in America, and also to gain recognition of the white cane as a symbol that independence and that self-reliance. The first of state laws regarding the right of the blind to travel independently with the white cane was passed in 1930. In 1966, Dr. Jacobus Tinbrook, the founder of the National Federation of the Blind, drafted a model white cane law. This model act which has become known as the Civil Rights Bill for the blind and disabled and the otherwise handicapped, contains a provision designating October 15th as White Cane Safety Day. Today, there is a variant of a white cane law on the statute books of every state in the nation. From 1963, and even before, when the National Federation of the Blind sought to have White Cane Safety Day proclaimed as a recognition of the rights of blind persons, to 1978, when a blind pedestrian was met with misunderstanding regarding the true meaning of the white cane, it is but a short time in a life of a moment. In 1963, a comparatively small number of people had achieved sufficient independence to travel alone on the busy highways of our nation. In 1978, that number had not simply increased, but multiplied 100-fold. The process began in the beginning of the organized blind movement and continues today. There was a time when it was unusual to see a blind person on a street, to find a blind person working in an office, or to see a blind person operating a machinery in a factory. But this is still all too uncommon. With that being said, it happens more often, and the symbol of the independence in the white, with the symbol of the independence in the white cane. The blind are able to go, to move, to be, to compete with all others in society. The means by which this is done is that simple tool, the white cane. With the growing use of the white cane, is an added element, the wish and the will to be free, the unquenchable spirit and the inextinguishable determination to be independent. With these, lives are changed, and the prospects for blind people become bright. That is what White Cane Safety Day is all about.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans white with foam, God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless
Diana Harada, everybody. We have so many talented singers here today. And thank you, Will, so much for that clear illustration of why we celebrate this day. And again, Diana, thank you so much for that beautiful performance of God Bless America. What a beautiful voice. Now to give official recognition of this day for the city of Houston, here is the Honorable Mayor Pro Tem, Dave Martin.
Hey, good morning, everyone. All right, great to be here. And on behalf of the 7.5 million people that represent the greater Houston area, I am honored to be here today. You know, the city of Houston does everything we do to recognize all the contributions that the blind and low vision Houstonians bring to our wonderful city each and every day. We're one of the only cities in the United States that has an Office of Disability to make sure that you are represented, not only here today, but in the city and in the county and throughout the state of Texas. With Mayor Turner, I strive to create a city that fosters more than just acceptance, but we want to offer inclusion. Inclusion in everything we do, inclusion in all that we can do to make your lives independent and complete. So many people ask you, Dave, what does a mayor pro tem do? Well, I'll draw a correlation. I'm sort of like the vice president of the city of Houston. Whenever Mayor Turner can't attend events, I'll go in his place. Whenever he's out of town, I serve the responsibility of being the acting mayor at that time. So it's an honor to be here today, as we also are here to celebrate you and give you the tools that enable you, the blind and low vision community, and the white cane and service animal community to be inclusive in the city of Houston. We enable access, we enable opportunity to create Houston as a place that allows greatness, no matter what your physical handicap can be, or to take it to a new extreme, to what your mental handicap could be as well. So Will stole a little bit of my thunder when he talked about President Lyndon Baines Johnson in presenting a proclamation way back when, but I am here today to honor you with a proclamation from the city of Houston. And if you'd allow me just to read excerpts from it, whereas a white cane and service animal, which every blind person in the city of Houston has the right to use to demonstrate and symbolize the ability to achieve a full and independent life and the capacity to work productively in a competitive employment environment. And whereas the white cane or service animal, by enabling every blind and low vision person to move freely and safely from place to place, make it possible for the blind to fully participate and contribute to our society and live the lives that they want. Whereas every citizen should be aware that the law requires that motorists and cyclists exercise appropriate caution when approaching a blind person, using a white cane, or with a service animal. And whereas the city of Houston calls upon employees, both our public and private employees, to be aware of the utilization of employment skills of our blind and low vision citizens by recognizing their worth as individuals and their productivity and their expectations as well. Therefore, I, Mayor Pro Tem Dave Martin, on behalf of Mayor Sylvester Turner, Mayor of the City of Houston, hereby proclaim October 15th, 2022 as White Cane Safety Day in Houston, Texas. Congratulations. Thank you. Thanks. God bless everyone.
The Honorable Mayor Pro Tem, Dave Martin. Thank you so much for that. Thank you. All right, who's ready to win? All of us, right? As promised, let's make somebody winner this morning. And to help make those who registered, did everybody register first of all so that you could win some of the door prizes? Hopefully you did, because you get a lunch ticket there too. So to present some of the winners is Sophia Ortiz, founder of Life is Precious. She's now going to come up and give out just a few of the door prizes we have. Sophia?
Good morning, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here with you all celebrating the momentous day that is White Cane Safety Day. I'm going to be reading a few of our door prizes for today. Are y'all excited? So first off, we have a gift card from Haven. Let's give it up for them. Thank you, Haven. And we have another gift card from Crystal Vision for $25. Let's give it up for them as well. And we also have 3 Bluetooth speakers being donated by Lighthouse of Houston. So let's give it up for them as well. Let's see who the lucky person is. Curly McClain. Congratulations. Now let's get the second name. Who's feeling lucky? William Rivenbark. Congratulations. Okay, now who's ready for that Bluetooth speaker? Feeling lucky? Ashlyn Dunn, congratulations. You are the recipient of a Bluetooth speaker. All right, let's see who else is getting lucky like Ashlyn. And that is Kimberly Braden. All right, we have one more lucky person who's going to be given a Bluetooth speaker. Do you think it's you? Antonio Reed, congratulations.
Thank you, Sophia. So if you didn't win, don't worry. There are plenty of more opportunities to win a little bit later on. But you do have to be in your seats to hear your name called, so it might be a good idea to stick around, make sure you don't go too far, because the grand prize is valued at $700. So, yeah, it's a big one. Stay in your seats or stay nearby. Whoops-a-daisy, sorry, if you can. Our next presenter has more than 22 years of experience in vocational rehabilitation serving people with disabilities. As a regional director, she oversees a culturally diverse, multi-generational work group of about 287 full-time employees. Wow. I oversee 2 people at my house, my little ones, and that's hard enough, let alone 287. She is passionate about serving people with vision loss and all people with disabilities. From Texas Workforce Commission Vocational Rehabilitation Service, here is Regional Director of Gulf Coast Region 5, Miss Susan Lindsay.
Good morning, everybody. Region 5 is in the house, Gulf Coast. Thank you for inviting me to speak today. My name is Susan Lindsay. I'm Regional Director of Texas Workforce Commission Vocational Rehabilitation Services, serving this beautiful Gulf Coast. It's called Region 5. So my visual description is I'm a 5'4" Caucasian woman with brown shoulder-length hair. I'm wearing black pants and a red white cane t-shirt, and I put on a business jacket. That's my verbal description, and I learned to do that last week at the Lex Frieden Awards. So welcome all of my friends that are blind and vision impaired. It's all about learning together. When we talk about about living and working with disabilities, we talk about independence. And what gave us more independence than the Americans with Disabilities Act? The ADA allows independence and quality of life for so many more people than it was, and give a better quality than it was in the past. I got to meet Lex Frieden last week also, and I met this gentleman many times, and he was considered the main architect of the AD Act that went into effect in 1990. So 1990, that's not all that long ago, so we think, what in the world did people do before that happened? How did people with disability possibly get along? Okay, so I went back and looked at some accomplished people with disabilities to kind of ponder that. I want you to raise your hand if you know who Marlee Matlin is. Anybody know who Marlee Matlin is? A few people, right? Marlee Matlin is an actress who is deaf. She's made many movies and is quite accomplished. Well, Miss Matlin was actually 25 years old when the ADA went into effect. She had to live all that childhood without the benefits of increased accessibility. Now here's one I know that you're gonna know. Who knows Whoopi Goldberg? Whoopi, right? Whoopi. Raise your hand if you know who Whoopi is. I'm expecting this room ought to light up, okay? Because she is a real personality, an accomplished actress, singer, director, writer. Well, Whoopi actually is the only person that's won an Emmy, a Grammy, an Oscar, and a Tony. Whoopi has a disability of severe dyslexia. Did you know that? She struggles with written word, with understanding written word. Whoopi was actually 35 years old before the ADA went into effect. She went through all of those years in school, possibly without accommodation. So we have available to us today, thanks to that act. And I have one final one. Who knows Stevie Wonder? I know, yes. That's going to get the room going. Stevie Wonder. Okay. Stevie Wonder was actually 40 years old when the ADA went into effect, and look at all that he did. He did it in society and by problem solving on his own. Now, little Stevie, as he's fondly referred to, has many quotes attributed to him. He's such a great contributor to the society and to the awareness of individuals with blindness and vision loss. And they ask him, Stevie, how did you do it? How did you rise up with your disability to be such a star? And he has 3 simple words of advice. His famous quote is, problems have solutions, period. Problems have solutions. Well, I just want to say that we're thankful for the ADA, because now people with disabilities, you can go even farther. You can rise even higher with the support you have available to you. So let's all continue to get together and find solutions. And let's reference what little Stevie had to tell us, that problems have solutions. And if we do that, we can go on to live life like it's golden. Thank you. Thank you for listening. Come see us at Vocational Rehabilitation Services if you're looking for employment, or if you're a student and you want those pre-employment transition services, because we have special counselors for blind and vision impaired, deaf and hard of hearing, and all disabilities ready to help you. Appreciate your attention.
Susan Lindsay, thank you so much. I love that problems have solutions. It is my pleasure to bring back to the stage the amazing voice heard earlier this morning. Performing Get Here is Brenda Edwards.
You can reach me by railways. You can reach me by trailways. You can reach me on an airplane. You can reach me with your mind. You can reach me by caravan. Cross the desert like an airman. I don't care how you get here, just get here if you can. You can jump on a speed coat, climb a tree, swing rope to rope, take a sled and slide down slow into these arms of mine. You can jump on a speed coat, cross the border in a blaze of hope. I don't care how you get here, just get here if you can. There are hills and mountains between us, always something to get over. If I had my way, surely you would be closer. I need you closer. Yeah. I need you closer. Yeah. There are hills and mountains between us, always something to get over. If I had my way, surely you would be closer. I need you closer. You can windsurf into my life, take me up on a carpet ride. You can make it in a big balloon, but you better make it strong. You can reach me by caravan, cross the desert like an airman. I don't care how you get here, just get here if you can. I need you right here, right now. I need you right here, right now, right by my side. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah. Oh, I don't care how you get here, just get here if you can. Thank you.
Encore! Thank you, Brenda. What a blessing. Thank you so much for the beautiful voice. I think, does anybody own a recording studio? Can we get a record going for her? For all of our singers this morning. Okay, let's bring back the founder of Life is Precious, Miss Sophia Ortiz. Who's ready to win? Yeah. Time for more door prizes. Oh, I hear you in the back.
Alrighty, y'all. Who's ready for round 2 of prizes? Okay, coming up first, we have another Bluetooth speaker donated by Lighthouse of Houston. Who's feeling lucky? Cross those fingers. Is it gonna be you? Nicole Smith, congratulations. We've got another Bluetooth speaker coming up for y'all, also donated by Lighthouse of Houston. Who's it gonna be? Latasha Morgan. We've got one more Bluetooth speaker coming up for y'all, for everyone who loves music. Who's it gonna be? Jesus Torres. Now, this next one is for everyone who has a little bit of a healthy or unhealthy obsession with Target. We have a Target gift card for $50 donated by the Center for Sight Enhancement. Who's it gonna be? Who here loves Target? I know I do. Erica Hopkins, congratulations.
I heard some little ones in the back saying they wanted to win. Don't worry, there are more chances, sweethearts, okay? I know. I hope you win too. I hope you win too. We'll find something for you, don't worry. We will now hear the governor's proclamation from Texas Governor Greg Abbott.
This is Governor Greg Abbott. I'm honored to join you in celebrating White Cane Day, to recognize the impressive achievements and contributions of Texas who are blind or visually impaired. The white cane is an important tool that increases mobility, promotes independence, and broadens opportunities for Texans to lead an independent and fulfilling life. Today is a reminder of the importance of self-reliance and self-determination. I encourage all Texans to learn more about blindness and visual impairment so that we may continue to build a more equal and inclusive future for absolutely every Texan. May God bless you in your efforts, and may God forever bless the great state of Texas.
Our next guest is the Executive Director of the Texas Governor's Committee on People with Disabilities. He previously served as the manager of the accessibility team at the state's Vocational Rehabilitation Agency, formerly DARS, and held several positions at its legacy agency, the Texas Commission for the Blind. He began his career working at the Texas School for the Blind and Visually Impaired, the best residential school for the blind in the nation, by the way. He is a graduate of the University of Texas with degrees in government and communications. His perspective as a person with a visual impairment has helped him advocate for accessibility and the rights of Texans with disabilities across the Lone Star State. Mr. Lucy served as chair and a member of the Austin Mayor's Committee for People with Disabilities for 2 decades, providing accessibility policy recommendations to the City Council and Austin's past 5 mayors. 5 mayors. During that time, the committee helped form a multi-agency partnership to inaugurate the next 20 years of White Cane Day celebration in our state's capital, growing this event from dozens of Austin's blind residents to a community-wide celebration with more than 500 celebrants. Isn't that something? He comes with broad knowledge on disability issues and effective leadership skills. In 2010, in recognition of his passion and commitment to achieving full inclusion of people with disabilities in the community, he was selected as the recipient of the Governor's Trophy, the highest honor awarded in the state of Texas for lifetime achievement in service to Texans with disabilities. I'm honored to introduce the Executive Director of the Texas Governor's Committee on People with Disabilities, Mr. Ron Lucy.
Thank you very much. Thank you for that kind introduction, and thank you to Governor Abbott for that proclamation. Before I get started, I'd like to get a sound check. Yesterday, I was in Austin, Texas at Austin's White Cane Day celebration held at the Texas School for the Blind and Visually Impaired. And I understand they say that they have the largest White Cane Day celebration in the nation. But I also understand Houston says they have the largest White Cane Day celebration in the nation. I'm not sure I could really hear that Houston was the largest. Let's hear that one more time. I think it's real close. I know Houston is twice the size of Austin, Texas. Houston is the 4th largest city in the nation and certainly one of the best cities in the nation. I'm very proud to come back to Houston and call Houston my home away from home. Just last week, I was here in Houston for our Lex Frieden Employment Awards, as Susan Lindsay was talking about. And this was part of our state's bigger celebration of National Disability Employment Awareness Month. It seems like just about every celebration related to Texans with disabilities occurs in October, so it's been quite a fantastic ride. Last week, we were at Houston Community College recognizing the employment accomplishments of Texans with disabilities, and here today we're going to just focus on blind Texans. But there's one thing I'd like to point out to all of you. Have you ever noticed that when something important happens in this nation for Americans with disabilities, there's at least one Texan involved in that? Let's take what we heard earlier. President Lyndon Baines Johnson, a Texan, first proclaimed White Cane Day. Right? Texan, all right. In my office, hanging on my wall, is a picture of the White House signing ceremony for the Americans with Disabilities Act over 30 years ago. And once again, in that picture, we're proud to see not one Texan, but 2 Texans. President George H.W. Bush, who can call Houston home, the late President Bush, and one other prominent Texan, Mr. Justin Dart, the father of the Americans with Disabilities Act. Now, I can't believe I didn't already know this, but right here at the University of Houston, y'all have a Justin Dart Center. Is that correct? Justin Dart is nothing short of the father of the civil rights movement for Americans with disabilities, and I challenge all of us to learn the history of the civil rights movement of Americans with disabilities before that history is forgotten. And that's why you have old guys like me coming here today to talk to you. Earlier, Susan was talking about the tradition that kind of rose up during COVID-19, during the pandemic. A lot of us spent way too much time on Zoom and in Teams. I refer to COVID as the year that we went to work and didn't have to wear shoes. But during all those Zoom meetings, nationally we started a tradition of introducing ourselves and describing ourselves so that blind participants could know who the speaker looked like. And I remember one time I was introducing myself in a meeting and I said, I'm a strikingly handsome older white male. Unfortunately, my wife and kids were in the background, and after my introduction, my wife said, you really need to keep it real, honey. Nothing like having your wife and kids to keep you grounded. And so the next time I introduced myself, I said I looked like an older, stressed out white male paying for 3 kids in college with a very expensive home mortgage payment. And my wife said, that sounds just about right. I think you nailed it. So I introduced myself as the executive director of the Governor's Committee on People with Disabilities, but like you, I'm a blind Texan. And I've been asked today to share my journey with blindness and how it's brought me here today. And to share that journey, I have to go back quite a few years, over 35 years, nearly 40 years. I grew up in a suburb of Texas called Plano, Texas. And I used to joke that Plano had a rich cultural heritage of strip malls and 7-Elevens. Plano has a lot of great things to talk about. Fantastic public schools, great parks, great place to grow up. But back in the 1970s and 80s, it wasn't a very diverse community. A lot has changed in Plano. Like many Americans, we don't think about disability until we have to. And that was certainly true for me. I grew up with a pretty typical childhood, not thinking about blindness or not thinking about disability until I had to. I knew one blind student in Plano Independent School District. In 6th grade, I met my first blind person who was a student in my classroom, and I was fascinated to see how she gained equality in her education through Braille and exploring her environment tactily. And once again, I didn't think about disability until I had to. But for me, all that changed in 1984 when one day I was coming home from the neighborhood swimming pool and lying down on the floor to read a newspaper. And I, for some reason, closed one eye and noticed that in that other open eye, everything seemed blurry. Everything was extremely hard to see. And with that, told my parents, and they do what parents do, they worry and take you to the doctor. Through one frustrating doctor's appointment after another, we began to figure out that there was a medical mystery. The doctors could not figure out why I was losing vision. It started in one eye and then progressed to the other eye. To make a long story shorter, I ended up in the hospital right around Thanksgiving of that year, starting my senior year in high school. And had to have several medical procedures, including one where they snaked a camera up through my leg into my neck to take pictures. And that put me later that week on the 50-yard line of Texas Stadium where the Dallas Cowboys play. You see, I was in the marching band in high school, and I was going from having no vision impairment to still wanting to do all those activities that we do in high school, but with a vision impairment, and my vision continued to deteriorate. The way that I adapted to those changes is with very little guidance. Remember, I didn't know any blind people at that age, and we call that age now the transition age, where youth who are blind, youth who are visually impaired, begin to think about transitioning from high school to college or to the world of work. But I had no blind role models, nobody to learn the way. Fortunately, we know that people with disabilities are the great innovators. They are the great problem solvers. And fortunately, I had a dad who was an engineer at Xerox. So being in the Plano marching band, if y'all have ever seen marching band music, it starts out about 6 inches wide and way too small to see. And my dad, in response to my vision loss, kept bumping up the size of that marching band music, making it bigger and bigger, until after a couple of weeks, he was enlarging that marching band music to the size of a 6-foot wide scroll on the sidelines of the football field. I didn't have the heart to tell my dad that no matter how big he got it, I could no longer see that marching band music, and had to learn how to play all that music by ear. Proceeding through my senior year of high school, once again, I had to find my own way. We learned about talking books from the talking book program at the Texas State Library through a friend that had dyslexia. We learned about assistive technology in our family through a member at our church that sold assistive technology, and that's where I found my first closed-circuit TV or video magnifier that opened up a whole world of reading for me. During that time, as my dad was bringing his work home, he brought home two pieces of technology, one which would later change my life and change all of your lives. While Xerox was still working on electric typewriters, they had invented the personal computer. And looking back on the technology from the 1980s, the personal computer had a green monochrome monitor and big floppy disks the size of dinner plates. And Xerox at that time didn't know what they had. They were not investing in the computer, they were investing in the typewriter and the copy machine. But all that would change within just a few years. At the same time, Xerox had adopted a technology that only some people who were blind were able to benefit from. That was called the Kurzweil reading machine. Earlier we heard about Stevie Wonder, the musician Stevie Wonder, and I remember seeing a magazine about this piece of technology the size of a Maytag washing machine, the Kurzweil reading machine. And you could go to a library in Texas and put a book on that machine, press a button, and it would scan it and read it out loud to you. However, that technology was over $80,000. How many of y'all could afford an $80,000 reading machine? Not many. Fast forward years later, that technology has become much more available to the point where it's now able to fit on our phone. Technology has made a traumatic impact on my life, and I'm sure it has on yours. And when we talk about laws that impact people with disabilities, there are two types of laws that have made a difference in my life. One is those civil rights laws like the Americans with Disabilities Act, and the other is a law called Moore's Law. Not to get too nerdy on you, but there's a scientist from Intel called Moore who predicted that the microprocessor would double in its capacity every 2 years. And that doubling started back in the 1980s and continues to this day. So at this point, people who are blind have the power of a computer in their hand with a smartphone. Now, when it comes to adopting the smartphone as a technology, I was a bit of a late adopter. I could not imagine how a flat piece of glass could be accessible to a person who was blind, so like many people, I held on to the flip phone a little bit too long. But fortunately, change happens and we get on board with it. And now I would refer to my iPhone as the Swiss Army knife of technology. Fast forward to my transition from high school to college. I was fortunate at the end of my high school experience to learn about a fantastic agency called the Texas Commission for the Blind. I'm sure many of y'all have heard of that. It's now part of the same program as part of the Texas Workforce Commission. Thank you. And with that, I was invited down to the Chris Cole Rehabilitation Center, one of the greatest rehabilitation centers in our nation, to provide rehabilitation to Texans. With that experience of rehabilitation, I learned so many things about how to travel safely in a busy community, how to cross intersections with little or no vision, how to access public transportation, independent living skills, and it also got me ready for the adventure of a lifetime going to college. My first year in college after that college prep program at Chris Cole was at the University of North Texas, which just happened to be in the city of Denton, a great community that only had one taxi cab at any one time, with the other one being broken half the time. And although I loved my education at North Texas State University, I longed for that experience that I had in Austin, Texas, where I was able to access all of the community through public transportation and enjoy all equality of opportunity by being able to travel independently, access accessible sidewalks and accessible services through the city of Austin. So That next year, I transferred down to the great University of Texas at Austin. And I have to say, that transition to UT was a bit of an eye-opener. When I first went to the library to access their reading room for people who are blind, I was astonished to see a 30-year-old reel-to-reel tape player chained with a bicycle lock to a table and a broken talking calculator. That's when I knew that student advocacy needed to kick in, and we needed to do more for students with disabilities, and specifically more for students who are blind or visually impaired. And that began my advocacy work at the University of Texas. Now, when we advocate as students, we don't advocate alone, and at first I was involved in the cross-disability movement, where we advocated for more accessible buses for students in wheelchairs, when we advocated for equal access to recreation facilities for students with mobility impairments. But I also realized we needed more voices advocating for blind students. Attending the most heavily endowed university in the nation next to Harvard and Yale was the University of Texas, and at that time they didn't have one computer that a blind student could use, not one computer. At the end of my time at the University of Texas, it was 1990, and it was the beginning of the Americans with Disabilities Act. And I'm proud to say that as I walked the stage with my degree, that college got its first fully accessible computer for blind students. It came a little late, but it came in time for that next generation of students to benefit from it. My next stop in advocacy was one that actually began while I was a student. Working while you're a student can be challenging, but it's often necessary to meet those extra financial obligations. And 2 summers before I graduated, I got a job at the Texas School for the Blind and Visually Impaired. It seemed like a natural fit for me because back when I was in high school, I worked at a church daycare, and I loved working with children. And so working with the students at the School for the Blind was a job that I relished. I didn't realize just 10 years later when I had my own children how much trust parents put into us as educators to work with their children, make sure that they can grow and benefit from all that a education can provide at the School for the Blind. What I took away from those 6 years at the School for the Blind was the value that every student has to contribute to this world, and more importantly, how every student, regardless of their disability, has the ability to work. One of my favorite jobs was working as a job coach at the Texas School for the Blind in supported employment, and I worked with students with intellectual and developmental disabilities and students who were deaf-blind. And with that, I could see the potential, the job potential that every one of those students had. And I will take that value with me to this day. We always look for not what people can't do, but what they can do, with or without supports. My next job in my journey was working at the Texas Commission for the Blind in the 1990s, an agency that I have great memories with to this day. At the Texas Commission for the Blind, I wore many different hats and was proud to be a consumer resources coordinator, a medical services specialist, and also create the first state program fully funded with private donations, the Blindness Education Screening and Treatment Program. That program, in its second year of existence, provided over $1 million of eye surgery to Texans who did not have health insurance, and provided tens of thousands of vision screenings all over the state. It was funded when Texans went to renew their driver's license by donating $1 to prevention of blindness. Around the time that the Texas Department of Assistive and Rehabilitative Services was legislatively enacted by the Texas legislature, we took the Texas Commission for the Blind and 3 other agencies and created an agency known as DARS. And at the beginning of that agency, there was an opportunity for me to make another career direction, and that was to serve as that agency's first accessibility coordinator. As the agency's first accessibility coordinator, we were given a challenge which I call the challenge of the civil rights challenge of the 21st century. That is the challenge of digital accessibility. We know that in our communities and in our agencies, people have architectural barriers, barriers in the built environment, missing curb ramps, broken sidewalks, etc. But the challenge for my new job was ensuring that all state agencies and all institutions of higher education were digitally accessible through the web so that people with disabilities who use assistive technology have equal access to services. With that new job, I became the Johnny Appleseed of digital accessibility. I was given a budget of $1 million and given the ability to hire a team of accessibility engineers. Give a little bit of feedback here. With that team, we were able to set a direction not only for the Department of Assistive and Rehabilitative Services, but for the 5 Health and Human Services agencies to make those agencies the most accessible state agencies in government. And that legacy continues to this day. I was able to hire so many talented people. They'd come work for me for a few years and then go on to private industry, to AT&T, to Western Union, to school districts all over the state, and take those accessibility skills and evangelize for digital accessibility. And I think we agree that some of our biggest challenges to this day are not those barriers in the built environment, but those barriers in the digital environment. Let me check on my time here. So, moving forward, I was fortunate after working at DARS as the accessibility coordinator and leader of the accessibility team to get an opportunity to come to the governor's office at the great state of Texas. And working at the governor's office for the last 7 years has been nothing short of amazing, serving Texans with disabilities across the state. As I mentioned earlier, the governor's committee has a legacy of civil rights in our state. 2 of our last 4 executive directors have been blind Texans, and Justin Dart, the father of the Americans with Disabilities Act, was a past chair of the Texas Governor's Committee on People with Disabilities. Through the Governor's Committee, we have been able to influence policy for Texans with disabilities at every legislative session, and just a few of the things that we are working on this year at the Governor's Committee include taking a look at service animal laws in the state of Texas, redefining the term assistance animal in Texas statute to make sure that it's clear the difference between an emotional support animal and a service animal, so that it's clear that only trained animals can go to places of public accommodation. Too often we're seeing untrained animals in grocery stores and places around the state of Texas, and there's confusion out there about what's the difference between a pet, an emotional support animal, and a service animal. Another challenge that we're looking at the Governor's Committee is the issue of Braille literacy. Earlier this year, when the superintendent of the School for the Blind talked about serving students who are blind in our state, we were reminded that there are 11,000 blind and visually impaired students in kindergarten through 12th grade. And of those 11,000 students, only less than 400 are able to read Braille. I'll say that again. Out of 11,000 blind or visually impaired students in the state, only 400 read Braille. Now, to be sure, this trend has been going on for quite some time, but through the Governor's Committee, we are recommending a legislative study to begin to turn that trend around. We want our students who are blind or visually impaired to be prepared not for jobs in the 21st century, but for careers. And Braille still has an important place in having a career. For example, in STEM, being able to do college algebra and be able to get a bachelor's degree, or work in science, technology, engineering, and math, we must be able to have those students learn Braille. And then finally, one of the things that the Governor's Committee works on is identifying the needs of those people that are underserved. Through the Governor's Committee, we have connected with the deafblind community in Texas. And working with deafblind advocates, we have introduced a bill in the last session, which we hope will be reintroduced this next session, to create a SSP co-navigator program for deafblind Texans. Now, if you think about this, we do have a Medicaid program for deafblind Texans, but in this program, you don't have to just have one disability, deafness, you don't have to just have two disabilities, blindness, you must have three disabilities, an intellectual disability, deafness, and blindness. And we're asking for a modest program that can provide assistance for issues like shopping, reading mail, and participating in events like White Cane Day here in Houston. So we hope that all of you will support that. Looking ahead to the future and what's next, I was fortunate growing up in a time where technology made a difference in my life. Through the use of screen readers, screen magnifiers, video magnifiers, and the iPhone, I was able to have an amazing career of public service at the School for the Blind, Commission for the Blind, DARS, and now at the Governor's Office. And I want to see that all for you. Often we hear leaders in our state and in our community talk about leveling the playing field for people with disabilities, leveling the playing field for people who are blind, to which I respond, the world is not level. What is so special about level? We cannot have freedom without independence, and in order to create opportunity for people who are blind, we must make sure that we have the best education for blind Texans and the best rehabilitation services. So I challenge all of you, don't shoot for level, shoot for beyond level. I want to close by saying it's been an honor to be here today. This has indeed been the biggest and the best White Cane Day celebration I've been to in many years. And with that, I'd like to invite Mr. George Baptiste to come forward so I can share a copy of Governor Abbott's White Cane Day Proclamation with George and with all of the other organizers. George? All right. George, come on up here. On behalf of the Texas Governor's Committee on People with Disabilities and Governor Greg Abbott, I want to present you with a ceremonial copy of the White Cane Day celebration, along with a Braille copy to share with you, with additional copies for the Lighthouse and the other partners.
All right,
All
thank
right.
you.
Thank you very
so
much.
Very nice.
All right,
Thank you. Thanks for coming.
you bet.
Thank you, Director Lucy, for taking some time to travel a few miles east to present us in Cougarland this morning. We appreciate your time. All right, it's time to win again. Who's ready? Sophie, if you'd come up, and you have the best job of the morning, presenting people with something good.
Alrighty, you guys, who's feeling lucky again? Oh, you're gonna have to do better than that. No one's feeling lucky. Come on, I wanna hear it. There you go, that's more like it. Alrighty, so first up, we have a $25 gift card from Haven. Who's it gonna be? Linda Preston. And then we have some more Bluetooth speakers for y'all from Lighthouse of Houston. Going to Moshka Vitsi. And we've got one more Bluetooth speaker coming up for y'all. Sylvia Martinez. Now this next one is for my coffee enthusiast. Coming up, we have a Starbucks gift card for $50 donated by yours truly, the Houston White Cane Safety Day Committee, going to Alexander Minish. I hope you like coffee. Next up, we're going to have another Bluetooth speaker, also from Lighthouse of Houston, going to Jacob Garber.
Let me read the names one more time because it's kind of loud.
Oh,
That way-
sorry.
Go ahead. Let's say it one more time. The winners.
One more time for everyone, in case you didn't hear. The first winner for the gift card was Linda Preston. Coming up next, we have a Bluetooth speaker for Moshka Vitsi. And then another Bluetooth speaker for Sylvia Martinez. And then we have coffee for Alexander Minish. And then another Bluetooth speaker for Jacob Garber. That's all for now.
She's back with more later, so stay close. So the University of, whoops, I just did something here. The University of Houston is one of the greatest educational institutions in the United States. Can I get an amen? Yes. We do awesome things at this university and have such amazing people here. If you are blind or visually impaired, or if you are a student with another form of physical disability, U of H has Justin Dart Center to assist those students with any accommodations necessary for the educational success that they need. To talk more about this in the Justin Dart Center is Kyle Mutz. Check, check. Here we are.
Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing this morning? Awesome. My name is Kyle Moots, and I am the current newish director of the Justin Dart Junior Student Accessibility Center at the University of Houston. Woo! Back in October, I was approached and asked to bring White Cane Safety Day back to the University of Houston. Without a minute, I said yes. So I'm so excited to see all of you in the audience today. I hope that you find something that is for you, that you can connect with, and really showcase that people with disabilities are here. They're living their lives, and they're living great lives. So our center has some great things that can assist students with disabilities on campus. We just redesigned the interior with some highlights of Justin Dart's life and his advocacy efforts for people with disabilities. So I would encourage you to come see our center. Also, I just want to say that I really am thankful to our University of Houston. If we can get a little applause for them for helping us bring this back today. And we have like a tradition here at the University of Houston where we say, whose house? Everybody, there we go. All right, let's try one more time. Ready? Whose house? Awesome. I want to leave you with one little quote today. Leave you with a quote from Justin Dart. At the end of his life, he said, "I call for solidarity among all who love justice, all who love life, to create a revolution that empower every single human being to govern his or her life, to govern the society, and to be fully productive of life quality for self and for all." And I can tell you that as the leader of the center with my amazing team, this is just the beginning of our efforts to bring people with disabilities access, opportunities, and inclusion to our center. So thank you guys for having me say a couple words. Dr. Maxwell is going to come up and say some other things. So thank you guys so much.
Okay, after hearing all that great information from Kyle, How about we bring Sophia back again? Oh, there's still lots of chances to win. I know.
Alrighty, guys. I hope y'all are ready to win big. Oh, come on. I said I hope you're ready to win big. There we go. Okay, so coming up, this next one is for those who need a little bit of relaxation, especially after a long day today. We have a $150 gift card from the Now Massage for a massage. Who's it gonna be? Who needs that massage? Oh, come on, y'all are gonna need to do better than that. There we go, now you're convincing. And the winner of the massage is Keisha Pleasant. Congratulations. Now this next one, ladies, you're gonna wanna cross your fingers. Oh, we're gonna have somebody else. We're gonna do a re-pull for the massage. So cross your fingers. If you didn't get lucky before, now might be your chance. And Keisha Howard. This next one is for my ladies for some hair services from Serendipity Gold Hair Studios. A $200 gift card going to, who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? Safi Sayed. We've got one more of those hair salon services gift cards going to Sally Mitchin. And we have another gift card for $40 from Crystal Vision going to, $25 going to Jordan Price. And we will see you all back here for the grand prizes, so stay tuned.
All right, thanks, Sophia. Yeah, $700 is the grand, the big door prize, so that is still available. Our next presenter is University of Houston's Interim Vice Chancellor for the Division of Student Affairs. Here is Dr. Dan Maxwell.
Good morning or good afternoon. I think we've passed that magical mark of good afternoon, everybody. This is Dan. My name is Dan Maxwell. I currently serve as the Interim Vice President for Student Affairs at the University of Houston. And thanks to Miss Lindsay, I want you to know that I'm about 5'11", short brown hair, glasses, and my mom says I'm real cute. This is my first White Cane Safety Program, and I don't know about you, but as I sit in this space, whether you have low vision or not, can you not feel the hope and excitement today? I need to figure out, are there any cougs in the house? Cougs house? All right, and for those of you who maybe are not quite ready for college, we're waiting for you. Feel free to apply at any time. Let me just first start off by thanking the DART Accessibility Student Center for agreeing to bring the White Cane Safety Program back to the University of Houston. It has been over 10 years since you were with us, and it's long overdue that you're back. So thank you for being here. We're excited to have you here. I want to thank all the agencies and the vendors and the community groups that are also here today to share with you what they can do for you to support you and help you to thrive and live your best life. I want you to remember that this is about living your full life. This is about leaning into your talents. Like Miss Brenda Edwards, I thought I was at church a couple times while she was singing. And I want you to know that the University of Houston believes strongly that your presence matters in everything that we do, in all that we do, and all that you bring to our community. Please don't listen to the noise that's out there that wants to tell you that you're less than. You are exactly who you are supposed to be. You're beautiful as you are, and you bring grace and contributions to our society every single day. So once again, thank you for being here today. Thank you for checking out the University of Houston, and always know that you're welcome, and go Cougs!
Thank you, Dr. Maxwell, for taking time out of your busy schedule to celebrate White Cane Safety Day with us today. It's time to win again. We are just rolling through these prizes. Sophia, come on up. Just give us a minute. We're talking some serious prizes up here. Okay. So they do have you coming up at the end for the big one. Yeah, these are big ones. So, but I mean, I think the 750. How many tickets? Do the tickets first, because then I tease you ahead to posters. So do the tickets first.
Alrighty, guys. Now we're gonna go on into the big prizes. Are y'all ready? There we go. That's what I like to hear. All right, so donated by University of Houston Athletics, go Cougs. We have some University of Houston football tickets for y'all. Who's it gonna be? Who's looking forward to football season? Yeah? Alrighty, fingers crossed, fingers crossed. Will it be you? Will it be you? Dealer Wheels. Congratulations. Deella Wills? Wiles? Are we here? Deella. She might have left.
Just hold it out.
All right.
Okay, Sophia will be back soon for more prizes. Our next guest is representing the Mayor's Office for People with Disabilities. Here is Kayla Melcho.
Good afternoon. My name is Kayla Melcho. I am with the Mayor's Office for People with Disabilities, and I am the Community Liaison. We are so happy to be here today, and thank you all so much for having us. We have been a longtime supporter of the White Cane Safety Day in Houston, Texas, and Director Angel Ponce is unfortunately not able to be here today. However, he does send his appreciation and congratulations for such an amazing and successful White Cane Safety Day. I can feel the energy. I've been feeling it all day coming from each and every one of you, and I'm so thrilled to be a part of this here. So a little bit about us. The Mayor's Office for People with Disabilities, we serve as the #1 advocate for Houstonians with disabilities. We work closely with the mayor, city council, city departments, and private and public entities on matters relating to people with disabilities. One of our main objectives is to connect the community to services, and we do this with our information and referral service program and connect residents to rental and utility assistance, housing and job opportunities, and we work with our partners to address issues of ADA violations and more. Accessibility and access to programs and services are important to our office. This is why we work so closely with the Houston Public Works Department in our pedestrian accessibility review. This enhances access to sidewalks in our community and makes sure that anyone with a disability, whether it's you're blind or visually impaired or you have a mobility disability, you can get from point A to point B. We also serve as the liaison to the Houston Commission on Disabilities. Now, this is a body of people that are selected and appointed by the mayor of Houston to serve and represent the disability community. We actually meet once a month. It's on Zoom, so anyone can attend. And if any of y'all are interested in joining us, we actually have a meeting tonight from 4 to 6 p.m. So please feel free to check our website. You'll see the registration link, and that is free for you to join and sit in on if you're interested about what we do. We also, with some other services that we provide, are free visual fire alarms for our deaf and hard of hearing community. We host employment workshops. We do disability etiquette and sensitivity presentations to employers and organizations. And we participate in awareness events, such as the Disability Unity and Pride Celebration and the White Cane Safety Day and the Extreme Weather Ready Expo, plus other Houston events. This year, we were also at the Abilities Expo, and that's an event we try to make it to each and every year. If none of you have been there before, please try to attend next year. I think that would, you guys would love it. Similar energy. So with that being said, I just want to say thank you again for having us here today. Thank you again for this wonderful event. And we look forward to seeing you next year. And if you ever have a concern or you want to learn more about our office, we do have a booth right over there, and I have my business cards available. Thank you all again, and have a wonderful day.
Thank you, Kayla. Our next performer is a new voice to the White Cane Safety Day annual program. The White Cane has changed this person's life. Here to showcase his lyrical skills is Romalis Williams with Respect the Cane. Check.
I'm on stage. Hey. Hey. Yeah. Respect the cane. Let's go. White cane. Y'all got y'all cane? Y'all got y'all cane? Come on, come on. Y'all got y'all cane? Already.
Hey, before you start, can I ask you a question?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so,
Wait, I got something for you, though.
what?
KHOU stands for Houston. KHOU stands for our hometown pride. Y'all know that Channel 11, man. We in here. Come on.
I gotta get someone. We're gonna hire you.
Yeah, come on. I'm here.
So first, let me just borrow this for 1 second.
Yes, ma'am.
How did the White Cane change your life?
All right, so 5 years ago, I lost my vision due to hypertension retinopathy. And it really changed my life due to Chris Cole. I went to their mini camp. I was embarrassed to walk with a cane at first. But, man, they gave me the opportunity to walk with a cane by myself. So that cane don't leave my side until now. So I respect the cane.
And what inspired you to go into the studio and produce and record this?
Me, everybody out there, everybody. I mean, TWC.
Right, who wants to hear it? All right, here it is, Respect the Cane.
Yes, sir. Hey, drop that beat. Hey, respect it. You gotta respect the cane. Respect the cane. You gotta respect the cane. Hey, George. Hey, hold on, bro. Come on. George, you gotta get it right, man. Turn that up some more, man. For each other. The handle got Italian leather. Pearl white, it look better. So respect the cane. When you see me walking the tab, I'm just doing my thing. Staying in my own lane, repping the white cane game. If you visually impaired, I know you doing the same. I tilt my hat to Chris Cole, they really told me a lot. Miss Tony, Miss Wendy, even Miss McIntosh. Shout out to my boy George, he the one that put me on stage. Put your cane in the sky, screaming white cane gang. Now for real, the cane. You gotta respect the cane, respect it, respect the cane. You gotta respect the cane, we scream it, respect the cane. You gotta respect the cane, respect it, respect the cane. You gotta respect the cane, we scream it, respect the cane. You gotta respect the cane, respect it, respect the cane. You gotta respect the cane, say R-E-S-P-E-C-T. See, yeah, R-E-S-P-E-C-T. Hey, respect the cane. You gotta respect the cane. Yeah, man. Say, when you walk in the tapping, you in your own lane, in your own vibe, you doing your thing, just let them know they gotta respect the cane. It's white for a reason, you get what I'm saying? So respect it. For real, respect the cane. Yeah, let's go. Thank y'all, man. Thank y'all for everything, for real.
Gotta respect the cane. That's catchy. Nice job, Ramalis Williams. Thank you so much for your talent. Okay, we have another prize to give away. Sophia? Oh, she's right behind you.
Alrighty, you guys, ready for more prizes? Ready for more prizes? That's more like it. All right, let's give this a good shake because I think we're missing a few people. Let's see. Alrighty, we have a gift card from Crystal Vision for $25 going to Sebastian Lumage. Next up, we have a Target gift card for $50 from Center of Sight Enhancement. Going to, let's see, who's it gonna be? Sylvia Romad. Next up, we have hair services from Serendipity Gold Hair Studios for $200 going to Jennifer Applegate. For more hair services, another gift certificate worth of $200 from Serendipity Gold Hair Studios going to Brandon Vaughn. And we also have some unclaimed tickets from University of Houston Athletics. Got those football season tickets coming up for y'all. Who's it gonna be? You think it's gonna be you? Are you getting lucky? Cross those fingers. It's going to Erica Hopkins.
Okay. So if your name was called, you can make your way to the side of the stage to claim your prizes. And we're not done yet, though. Okay, now to the moment we've all been waiting for. Who will be walking away with our grand door prize this afternoon? Woo! Okay, to present this fabulous prize from Impact Fleet and Lady Lions, they are also alumni of U of H. Here is Bob and Aaron Applegate and their amazing daughter, Jennifer.
Yeah, the frame. So there's two of them. There's this one, and then there's a couple.
Okay, why don't you do Carl Lewis one first, and then the grand prize, and now, okay, so this is the runner-up grand Good things are worth the wait. Just a moment.
Alrighty, you guys, who's ready to win big? I said, who's ready to win big? There we go. Now we have a one-of-a-kind Carl Lewis jersey donated by Blake Boudreau going to, who's it gonna be? Cross your fingers, guys, this is a big one. Getting lucky, cross those fingers. And the winner is, drum roll please, Talana Townsend. Congratulations, you are the lucky recipient of the Carl Lewis jersey.
Okay, what everybody's been waiting for, part of it the whole day, hasn't this been a great event? All of the vendors, the planning team, the exhibitors, everybody has just come together to make this one of the best White Cane Safety Days I've ever seen, and I've seen a few, but this is really great. So, you're all ready. We need a big drum roll. This is the grand prize donated to the 2022 Houston White Cane Safety Day is a custom matted and framed Clyde Drexler. I know some of you are too young to know him, but we're gonna fill you in here. Clyde Drexler autographed University of Houston warm-up jacket. Clyde was a University of Houston legend and a member of the 1982-1983 Houston Cougars basketball team known as Phi Slamma Jamma. Clyde Drexler helped lead University of Houston to 2 straight Final Four appearances. He remains the only player in the school history with combined totals of at least 1,000 career points, 990 rebounds, and 300 assists. He is also Houston's all-time steals leader with 268 steals. Clyde Drexler went on to have a 15-year Hall of Fame career in the NBA. Highlighted by 10 All-Star appearances, a gold medal as a member of Team USA Dream Team, and led Houston Rockets to a world championship in 1995. The item has also been inscribed with Phi Slamma Jamma. to celebrate our return to University of Houston, to celebrate White Cane Safety Day, this door prize is a symbol of greatness and a rare piece of memorabilia from a university and a Houston icon. Item has been donated by Blake Boudreau. Let's give Blake a round of applause. With a retail value of $700. And everyone knows that those values grow over time. The grand prize visual description is a red short sleeve buttoned front collared warm-up jacket with a black University of Houston logo in the upper right with Clyde Drexler's autograph in black script beneath the logo and Phi Slamma Jamma written in black script beneath the autograph. There is a white border with 5 pointed red stars running down the sides of the shirt and down the shirt sleeves. This jersey is on a black matting and in a dark wood frame. Too big to get up here. It's going to be delivered directly to the winner of this fantastic prize. The jersey is on black matting and a dark wood frame. The sticker of authenticity is in the lower left corner of the glass. Who's drawing for this prize? How's the drawing done? We got the, okay. Jennifer, why don't you come up and draw for us? There you go. Stick in and pull the lucky winner out, and we're going to see who is going to win the grand prize for this event. Are y'all ready? It starts with an A. Want to hear more? Okay. Amy Longacre. Amy Longacre. Is Amy here? Does anybody know Amy? Okay, we're going to wait till Amy comes up here. Okay. Where's Amy? Is Amy coming up?
Going once, going twice.
Amy had to leave. Okay. Now what do we do?
I said we're going to deliver.
Okay, that will be delivered directly to her. So, congratulations to all who've already won. I think they've got some more drawings to do, so just hang in here for just a few more minutes.
That's amazing. So Amy was with the school district, so they had to go, but that's going to be delivered to her. We do have a few more unclaimed door prizes. So if your name is called, please shout big so we know you're here, because if not, we're going to just continue them on so we make sure that we give all these awesome prizes away, okay? So nudge people next to you if they're talking and let them know to listen up. Sophia, do you have any more to give away? Okay. Here you go. And just, yeah, sure. Yeah.
So for the Carl Lewis jersey, do we have a Tolina Townsend here? Tolina Townsend? No.
Tolina Townsend, last chance. Okay.
Going once, going twice, redraw. All righty, who's feeling lucky? And the jersey goes to Bella Medrano. Gloria Bella Medrano. Gloria, are you here?
Oh, yeah. Yay! Gloria!
Awesome.
Is that the Carl Lewis? Yes. Tell her it's worth $250. Gloria!
Congratulations, Gloria. You are the winner of the Carl Lewis jersey worth $250.
Yay, one of the kids won! Woo! They've been screaming this whole morning and afternoon. Yeah, I love that. think that's it? All done? Okay, and that was it. Those were the prizes. So congratulations to everybody who won. For closing acknowledgments, let's bring back one of the organizers of today's amazing annual event. Here is the one and only George Batiste. Check, check.
All right, good evening, good afternoon, everybody. Everybody still here? Still awake? I want to take this time to thank everyone. I know half the room is gone. Some had to go to class, some had to go back to school. So I'm not going to be long because I know some of you probably have not eaten yet, even though I did slave and cook a whole lot. But special thanks definitely goes to Uiversity of Houston and the Justin Dart Center for bringing this event, allowing us to bring this event back to Houston. Let's give it up. Let's give it up for U of H. Let's give it up for Kyle Moots. Cougar Land. Any Cougs in the house? Whose house? There we go. There we go. Thank you guys for having us here. Another big up goes to Impact Fleet. Impact Fleet has been with us for 5, 6, I don't know how many years. They've been with us forever. And we could not do a whole lot without their support and the Lady Lions of Houston. So let's give them a round of applause. Thanks to the, I don't have my sheet up here, so I'm doing this by memory. I'm getting young. Special thanks also to Light Out of Houston. They've been the supporters. They allowed me to have a couple of their employees to be on the program. And how about that voice of Brenda Edwards? We're going to get her in a recording studio soon. She's going to put me to work and some other folks who may help me to get her some production going on. Also, I want to thank Mr. Ron Lucy for coming a little, would that be east? No, that'd be west. Coming west down 290 to spend time with us. Although he was in Austin yesterday, he came with us today. And also the staff, all of my coworkers at TWC. Thank you guys. Pat your own self on the back because I only have one hand right now. The other hand is on my cane, and the other hand is holding the mic. So thank you. And thank you, all of you guys, for showing up here. I appreciate you spending time with me. So this is going to conclude the program. We're going to, wait a minute. We also want to thank one of KHOU's finest, the amazing Ms. Lauren Tellerico, for emceeing this program for us. Thank you, Lauren. You want to come say about some closing words as well?
Thank you so much for having me today. Y'all, it's been such a blessing for me. And you know what? You are what inspires this community. And we want to tell your stories too. So if you're sick of seeing bad news stories on the news, anybody? I am sick of it. They call me the good news reporter. I only want to do the good news stories. So let me know. Hit me up on Facebook or Twitter. If you have good stories to tell that are inspirational, please let me know. And I will do my hardest to get them on the news, okay? Thank you so much for having me today.
Okay, and if roast is in the house, remember, respect the cane. You gotta respect the cane, respect it. Respect the cane. You gotta respect the cane. We're screaming. All right, I'm done.
Great. Nice job. That was wonderful. Okay, gotcha. I got one.
Really quickly, before everyone heads out, do we have an Erica Hopkins here? Erica Hopkins? Erica, you have some unclaimed tickets. Okay. Do we have a Sebastian Lumage? Sebastian Lumage. We've got a gift card with your name on it. Sebastian Lumage. Oh yeah, go for it. Right over here. Right over here.
Okay, I forgot. I also wanted to thank Metro. Metro has been a great partner throughout the whole time. They was a great work at actually getting everybody from the vehicles into this center, as well as from this center into their vehicles. Now, they told me to announce that if you're still waiting on your Metro, to stay in this room to allow the Metro staff to come and find you. So don't wander, don't go try to sign up for classes or anything like that. Stay in the room to allow the staff of Metro Lift to find you. Or if you have your contact devices so they can call you to see where you are, do that as well. So thanks a lot, Metro. Tanya, I forgot her new last name. Thank you, Tanya, and your crew.